Hey everyone, it's Ron, and you're watching What Ron Plays. And today we're gonna try a new game. Caught my eye a couple days ago called Terraformers. It's fairly new. It just came out on March 9th of this year. Um, the creator is looks like the developer is Asteroid Lab. The publisher is Goblins Publishing and Indie Arc. So um, it kind of caught my eye, so I thought I'd give it a shot. I played it through once. It was kind of interesting because it ended rather quickly. I was like, that can't be the whole thing. Um, it had a little bit of a learning curve, but it wasn't that hard. I had to kind of fumble my way through figuring out how things work, but then I beat it rather quickly. I was kind of surprised. But the unique thing is once I was done, um, it actually gave you points for completing the mission. So when that happened at the end, it gave you more scenarios to play. It gave you more leaders to choose from, and it gave you some unique buildings. So I'm curious on to see if that'll keep building. I was kind of interested in that because it kind of keeps rolling out new things in the game. So um, I didn't play the tutorial. I know that. But what I'd like to do is show it to you. Um, it took like a couple hours to get through the whole thing, so it was kind of cool actually. Because if you don't want to get into like a week-long campaign, it's a pretty cool game. I think it's a little simplistic, but I like the simplicity. The only thing that kind of freaked me out is when I went to the first city and I saw the little plot spots where you could put buildings, and I thought, man, it screamed like mobile game that we've seen like a million of, where you just keep upgrading all the cities and all you do you keep upgrading all the buildings. It's like a big grind, but it doesn't really do that here. But you know what? Let's check it out. So we'll click play. We'll get things going, and you'll see my only option now is to choose a new game because I just finished one. And what's nice too is you can keep going in the game even after you beat it, so that way you can get more experience. I did that. It doesn't give you any more points. It doesn't give you any more, um, you know, uh, credit toward going beyond the victory, like you can in a game like Civilization. But it did show me that what happens is the colonists' expectations get higher, and man, they start just cranking if you keep going. So you do kind of have a limited time to beat things. So you'll see what happened. I think I got 300 points last time, or I must have gotten 400 points. Um, and what happened is when I got it, I think I did difficulty normal. So now I think I can do challenging, I guess, and I can do hard. So it obviously can get more difficult. I'm not going to do that yet because I'm just showing you the game. Um, you know, Allow you to check things out. Yeah, as the mastery gets higher, these get more difficult. But I'm assuming that these will start opening up once I get more points. So it looks like you have more scenarios available to you. Um, it says I'm mastery level 3 because I think I got 3 points for the little gold ship. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm 3. So it says I'm mastery level 3 and it says I require mastery level 3, but it's like grayed out. I'm clicking on it. It's not doing anything. So I'm mastery level 1 is what I'm assuming I am. Unless I got these for getting the mastery level. Oh yeah. Okay. So this is the mastery level. So I can choose this. I can choose the green path. I can choose the blue path. So there's really nothing else to choose before. So this is interesting. Doesn't look like there's a normal or a challenging there. It just goes right to hard. This is obviously a hard one. So that's what it's doing. So it's saying that at mastery level 3 I can go down here. Mastery level 6 I can start going down here. Which if this is hard, what is that down there? I guess we'll figure that out. But we'll just do the red planet awaits. Um, yeah, let's do that so you can check it out. So we'll play that. It's kind of neat. Obviously I'm not trying to do a game review, so I don't want to get into it too much, but it's kind of simplistic, but it's kind of nice and simplistic. It's in simplicity, I should say. Welcome to the Mars Colonization Project, a small step for the first colonies, but a giant leap for mankind. The shuttle has landed. Your people are ready to settle on the red planet. Everyone is on the ship is aware of the historical importance of the mission and great responsibility resting upon their shoulders. Their lives will be spent beneath the domes of artificial habitats, but they are not here for themselves. They're here for the future of the human race. It will be a long time before the human can breathe Martian air, but everyone is willing to work tirelessly to make that day arrive. Earth has sent resources to start the settlement and proposes some leaders to represent you on Mars. Good luck. My very limited experience says we should probably do balanced. Because, for instance, you can make that with 30 food. You can do that with just 10 water, and it gives you the 10 water, and it gives you the almost the 30 food. But this one only gives you 15 food, and you need 20 to build it in 10 science. The 10 science isn't easy, as you'll see. It's easy later on down the line, but importing oceans 20 isn't really going to help us right at the beginning. Yeah, it's definitely a terraforming one. It could drop the food right away. That's an interesting choice. I think we're just going to go balanced right now, and you'll see how this kind of plays out as we go through it. You have your leader down here. These are the four items that are you're trying to terraform the planet. So you have your temperature, which you have to build machines or get single events that'll cause that to go up. Same with oxygen, same with ocean levels, and same with atmosphere. So these things you just each need to go up, and if you put a little mouse over there, it'll tell you what each step does. What it'll make better, what it'll improve. Over here are obviously all your resources. It's kind of nice because it's simple. We will get trade routes, and once you do that, you'll be able to expand this, and you can trade out one of your items every turn for one coming in. So you can export one and import one. And as you keep building, you can export more things and import more things. So that's kind of nice. And this is the big one right here. Well, two of them. You have this bar up here that you have to fill up. So I got to get 400 points. Last time I only had to get 300. So it's a little more difficult. You got to get 400 points and you win the game. That's basically it. If you look down here, you have your support, and that's a key thing, because if your support goes down to 0, you lose the game. So you have to keep this up. A lot of the things you do out here will gain you like chunks of support that'll just add up. You have a cumulative number every turn, and then you do individual things that just gives you more support. And that was kind of important because I think the last game I won with I had 2,000 support, but I kept going, and when I kept going, their expectations get higher as you go. So as their expectations gets higher, your support gets lower. So I mean, at one point I think I was like negative 155 a turn when I finished that extended game. So I mean, it starts chopping them off big time. So you gotta make sure you keep the support up and try and get this bar across. So what we can do is we gotta choose a leader first. So we have two people to choose from, it looks like. We have somebody that can explore a location, which all of them can do. Some of them later you get more bonuses, like you get +5 something, food or something, or power each time you explore. This one's just a regular exploration. Spend 10 water and I can gain 110 support. So that's what we were talking about earlier. I can trade in 10 water and just get 110 support, and that's a sticky number until I get negative, and then it starts dropping. The local art gallery can be placed once per city. Must be built in a city. Adjacent population provides +2 support per turn. So that's one that keeps going. And that's nice because it's free. We've only got one city right now, so I don't know that that'll be super helpful. Now what's this one? You have 800 or more total support. Gain +1 project suggestion and +1 project research per turn. It's not really going to help me right now because I do not have 800 or more support. So we also have Alex and his daughter, looks like. Same thing, just regular exploration. +5 food, which is good because I can get that per turn. Then convert a not owned water deposit into an ocean. That's interesting. I haven't done that one yet. I've seen it, but I haven't used it. Increase your nitrates production by 1 for every 3 nitrates you start producing. That's kind of tough to just start producing 3 nitrates, and you'll see why as we go on. But I really like this +5 food early on, so I think that's who we're going to choose. We're going to choose Alex. So Alex is going to be our guy down here. It is turn-based, so we can sit here as long as we want. We can decide what we want to do, so there's no pressure there. And I think what we're going to do is we'll look at our base. These are the unknown paths from our base, the unknown locations that we can view if we want. Right now we're not going to. This is what kind of freaked me out at first, because I was like, oh man, you know, if you think of some of those, you know, those city building games on mobile apps, man, there's just like a bazillion of them. And they all have these spots, the only places you can build. And, you know, once you put a farm there, you have to keep, you know, it's just a grind. But it's not like that here. So be happy it's not. Let's just put it that way. So we can place our headquarters. I don't know if this is super critical. It does show you what bonus you get on each spot. So you'll see it shows a +1 support. So we'll just put it right there. And you'll see now we have +1. So we will get +1 per turn. Don't worry about that rocket out there. He's not really doing anything. So if you want to remove these rocks, it does cost you 3 power to remove them. These are cumulative numbers, so they just sit here. As we build buildings, we can start creating more power, you know, generating power, generating science, generating water, etc. Right now, we're obviously not generating anything because we didn't build anything. This does cost 10 water to make 1 food. You get no adjacency bonus. You'll see there's nothing that says you get any, you know, niceties because of adjacency. So what I'd like to do is put this on the end because it's not really relevant where I put it. So I want to put it on the end because you can create like an entertainment complex that'll give adjacency bonus to population. So where this guy is, if I had an entertainment building there, then if I put this habitation spot there or there, I get a bonus. This is not giving me any bonus, so I'm going to put it on the end. And now you'll see we have one food per turn. It's as simple as that. We can't build this yet. You'll see it's red because we do not have 30 food. We only have 29. That being said, what I would like to do is explore. If something's big like this, it says a large hint. Okay, if it's something small, then it's small hint, small hint. So usually when you search these or you explore them, if it's got like a big tratum or tratium, you'll get more when you first search it and you have the opportunity to build a mine. Same here. So in my first game, this was a little harder to get and a little more useful. So I think I'm gonna go down here first. Well, that will give me a little science. It cost me one power, which is no big deal. The downside is once I use this search, I can't, or this explorer, I can't use this food. You can only use one of these 3 per turn. Okay, so, and it shows you have 10 turns for this leader, and then this leader is going to retire, and you're going to have to choose another leader. So that's important because you'll get some that you can remove these rocks for free. Okay, but they can do like 5 per turn, I think. So right now it'd be kind of useless for me to use that, you know, take that leader. But later when I have more cities, it would be useful. So you know, you have to kind of be strategic too with the leaders. We are going to explore though, because I'd like to check that out. So you'll see, since the only thing it gave us a hint of was titanium, we get 6 titanium. Now, as our population grows, we can have more locations, which means places attached to us. So we can't build a mine here until we get our population up to 1. Okay, or excuse me, 2. Once we get it to 2, then it'll add a location. You'll see both population and robots increase the maximum buildings and locations a city can have. So they're calling these locations. So I don't have that location yet. I just explored it. You'll see these give a support bonus. So that's where you get like that permanent chunk of bonus to your support up there. So now we've done pretty much everything. None of these are changing because we don't have any buildings that are doing any terraforming yet. So it's as simple as that. You'll see we did get some points though. So our resource income +3 because we got the titanium. You'll see our support income is +1, so we will accumulate points per turn. So we'll hit next. You'll see this went down to 9 because he's only got 9 turns left with us. Now these are, every turn you're going to get these research projects, and basically what you're doing is you're just choosing one. It's like cards. If you think about, I think it's Kingdoms Reborn. Kingdoms Reborn, I think, is the one that used cards. This is kind of the same concept. And you can kind of look at what they cost you to think, am I going to be able to get that soon? I've got no nitrates, I've got no silicas, so this is probably not likely. This one, it'd be nice to get that +1 power, but it also has an adjacent, and that's what this means, an adjacent negative support, so we don't want to do that. I'm trying to avoid those at all costs. We're probably not going to have any water for a while, because we need 10 water. So what I'm going to do is if you skip it, you can have it be +1 to your science over here. So we're just going to skip it, and we get that +1 to our science, and it just sits there until we use it. But you'll see we do have a habitation module down here now. It went green because now we got that +1 food. So, and what's nice is you don't really have to worry about maintaining an amount of food. Like when I put these out here, they're not going to starve. Okay, because it's not the way it works. You don't have to maintain a number of food. Basically, you're just trying to get all these commodities that allow you to build more things. So it's pretty simplistic in that regard. What I kind of like to do is put it on this corner because, and all I had to do is click on it, use 3 power, and just got rid of it. Because then I can put bonus buildings here. So I'm going to put that over there. You'll see my population went to 2. My number of buildings went from I think 5 to 9. Yep, you'll see it in the mouse over. I went from 1 population max 5 buildings to 2 population max 9 buildings. And you'll see just put some random stuff back here that really doesn't do anything. It just kind of goes as the population goes. So it's kind of cool, I think. Right click to get back to the surface, and now you'll see it says we can expand to an adjacent location. So I'm actually going to choose that one because we'll be able to build a mine. The mine costs us 4 titanium and 4 power, so we definitely want to do that. And now we have a mine. You'll see now we have a +1. It's really as simple as that. We've still got 42 power. I kind of want to go up here because I've got the large hit of tritium up there, so I think we're going to expend that 1 power and go up there. So I get 4 tritium and 3 science because it shows a hint of both. And once I get 1 population higher, then I can also grab that spot. So, yeah, I'd like to get that food though, because it'll take us 30 food to get to the next ones. Oh, I already said I didn't want to do that, so let's hit next turn. You'll see our turn advancing over here, our year advancing. So this is interesting. We have habitation modules, so we already had one of those. We could do another one if we wanted to. A tuber farm, +1 food, which is nice to have. What's nice is, there's nothing here to maintain. Like I don't have to power it. The These are just static resources, so it's pretty nice. Once I spend this 10 nitrates, I just get that +1 food forever. That's just how it works. This one, I still don't like that adjacent population. I mean, it's not bad because it's adjacent population. If you stick it in the corner, you don't have to worry about it. And we're about to get that, to get a tritium mine. I kind of need more people here, but I'll take it because we have room for like 6 or 8 cards down here. And this one can't get there yet, so I think I'm going to take the food. So you'll see it pops up Alex Farm. All right, because I only have 7 more turns to take advantage of that. So Earth has established a permanent trade route with us. With regular traffic between the 2 planets, we can expect our colony to burgeon and grow. As long as we make the journey worthwhile for Earthborn travelers. So we have 1 trade route. The problem is we don't really have much coming in over there. So this one we can build. So robots count as population. That's nice. So we do have the 6 power, and since we're pulling in some titanium, we do have the 6 titanium. So we're going to do that. And then we will put the robot hub down here. I'll put it on the end since I don't get any adjacency bonuses. Oh, but I'm going to want to put my... Well, I could put that power plant over there, the one that makes people crabby. So we'll do that. Now I have a population of 4, max buildings of 14. And we should be able to expand some more. So let's go back to the map. We have 2. Because we went up in 2 in population. So I'm going to grab that, and we don't quite have enough titanium yet. Good grief. So we did take the spot, but we can't do anything with it yet. We have to wait 2 more turns till we get 5, I believe. And a little marker will come up here to tell us that we're ready to go. We can't expand anymore yet because we haven't looked at any of these. The farther away you get, though, the crabbier people get. So you get kind of a -1 if you take the spot. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to... What do I want to do? I think we will search. So this one takes 2. I'm trying to think of where we might be able to build another city. Which one of these? So that's got... We do need nitrates. Be helpful. But then this one will give us more titanium, which we need to start this mine. So let's try that. So we get 20 support. That's what the smiley face was about. We got 3 titanium and 3 silicates, which is cool. So this is telling me I can build a city there. Our explorers have stumbled upon a crater, which would be a great location to start a new city. The crater room would provide some protection against radiation. Eventually, could be domed over to enable people to work and walk around and live more easily. This location has a feature which will surely be a symbolic landmark for people. The resource survey of the areas reveals small hints of titanium and silicates. All right, we recovered some samples. That's why you got those 2. All right, so we got those. The thing is, if I click on that and I choose that, it can't be used as a city anymore. It'll tell me. So it says expanding this location removes the option to found a city here. To found a new city in the location, right click and leave the expansion mode. So you'll see at the bottom it says this location is far from the city. Expanding here will result in 1 crabby per turn, I guess I'll call it. We don't want to do that because we've only got 2 to the positive so far. So but to start a new city there, we'd have to click on it and found a new city. But to do that, you need 30 water. Not only do you need 30 water 30 food and 10 water, you also would have to explore both of these. So anything that's attached to here by these dotted lines, you have to explore before you can build a city there. Last time I think I was over here. I forget which one I was in. I forget which one I was in, but I was trying to build all my cities in the same area because some of the... When you start introducing plants and biologicals, it's by section of the planet. So And all I'm doing is left clicking and dragging the planet around. So it's kind of cool. I mean, you can even see the space behind it moving, which is kind of neat. You see a little bit of an atmosphere there. It's kind of cool. But all right, so we're not going to use this yet because we'd have to explore one of these. You can't use it without exploring. So we will just go to our next turn. I think I already took that. Yep, I already did that. So I mean, it's pretty simple per turn. I haven't quite figured out how this up here works yet. We'll see in a minute. But so brine electrolyzer. I don't think I had that before. +2 support per turn for every city or every building owned in this city that costs water. Okay, so that just gets me more support in this city. Don't think that really helps me. This I will be able to build in a little bit. I need some power. So I've already got one, so I'm not going to worry about that yet. We're not getting any water yet. But I will take this because we'll need more food later on. And I will grab more food. Well, let's look at one of these so we can expand out. Let's go over there. Get 2 tritium. Sometimes this happens, which is nice. Judging from their condition, they have been here a while. Sandstorms scraped off all the identifying labels, making it hard to determine their origin. At least you can be certain whoever left them here won't miss them. We get 10 food, which is nice. So you'll see 10 get chucked on over there. So this actually is good because later on we can place buildings that have to be placed on one of these spots instead of in the city. So like terraforming buildings, plant biological buildings, things like that. So the buildings, some of the buildings that affect this over here can be dropped on here. So that's always good to have. Once we get some of these up to like +2, then we'll do this trading where you can export something. Like I could export that food right now and I could import tritium if I wanted to. So I would just do that and I would do that. I don't want to right now because I need that food. So we're going to stick with that for the moment. We already did the explorers. I can't do any of those 3. This up here I don't quite get. This represents the willingness of people to move to Mars. When a new population is placed, the stored enthusiasm is converted to support and then reset to 0. Okay, so it looks like the enthusiasm increases every turn. The lower it is, the faster it increases. So it looks like if I place a population on the planet, I get this 27, and it goes over there, and then it drops back to 0. So the population that I'm placing must be coming from Earth. So, okay. I'm cool with that. Let's see, we'll test that out in a little bit. Yes, for sure. So this is nice because these help me explore without having to spend any electricity. It says this allows us to map out the remote regions from the comfort of our homes without having to send an exploration team into the unknown. With this powerful tool, the red planet's secrets shall soon be revealed. So yes, we absolutely want to do that. It says it costs 8 science and 8 silicates, which we will hopefully get soon. So let's see. See, now things start getting a little more complicated. So this one's 10 science and 20 food. The other one was 30 food. But this one also increases the comfort of living. So that's a good one. Robotized laboratory. I didn't do that one last time. I didn't place that. Just chose not to. This one's another robot hub. So this will be another +2. It's tempting, but I don't really need that right now. I think I'm going to grab this one. So we're going to grab that one, just have it sitting there for now. And here's the satellite. So this is nice because you see all these, they have a three turn symbol on them now. So like before, if I click on this one, you'll see it shows electric or power symbols below each of them. You'll see to the one to the upper left of the city shows in 1, and the rest of them show 2s, and lower left they show 3s because they're farther away. If I use this every 3 turns, I can look at any one I want. So let's see. We need more tritium to build that power station, but I'm not hurting for power yet. So maybe we will, since we can build a city down here, maybe we'll look at this one, because this one is going to give us some nitrates. Rich soil. The regolith in this area spent a long time covered in water, and a lot of hydrated minerals are still present. They would greatly help with growing food and life forms, especially designed bacteria could, or specifically designed bacteria, could contribute to the soil improvement, enhancing the process. The resource prospection. Is that even a word? Prospection. I know prospector isn't prospecting, but so I guess you have prospection of the locations revealed deposits of nitrate as well as small hits of silicates. Okay, so that is how you grab some of these other ones until you get mines going. Doing some of these random looks, and you see this one down here. Tempted, we got 5 turns with them left. Tempted to get those silicates though. 6 silicates and 2 nitrates. Excellent. I was hoping to get some food out of it, but beggars can't be choosers. So, and this just asks us what we have. It's just like just retracts this. This will automatically show up once it's available again. You'll see this little symbol up here. It's showing me that we have something we can do to that landmark. I think it's because I was a slacker. We had those for a while, didn't we? So I missed a couple turns of having a mine there, and so I missed a couple turns of tritium, but you know, we're alright. Up here we're 13 out of 400, so we have quite a few left to do. So let's see, let's hit next turn. Yeah, see, here's the rising expectations. 1. As the colony grows and basic amenities become more common, so do the people's expectations. The hardships of the early years are soon forgotten, and the warm bed, nourishing food, and regular entertainment are no longer considered luxuries, but requirements for a comfortable life. Your hardworking colonists expect their work to pay off, so it is only natural that expectations rise as time goes on. There's nothing you can do about it. This is simply human nature at work. So this is where it starts to hurt, because now you see we're -4 already. So we need things like public baths to make people happy, and that's one of those adjacency bonus. You'll see the green side to side. So this one's red side to side because it's a negative bonus. This one's a food bonus. We get 22 nitrates. I think we'll go for this one, even though we don't have water yet. So we need a bunch of water down there. I think we're gonna take the food though. I think I'm gonna think about that too hard. I think we can actually get rid of our tritium and import water. So I think that's what we're gonna do. 1 outbound, 1 inbound. And we already grabbed our building, right? Yeah, we grabbed the bats. So, all right. Next turn. So you see that just ticked down for, and that's awfully low for the timing. So we can build a laboratory. Science doesn't. The impression I got the first game is the science didn't help that terribly much. I thought there was something else we wanted with the nitrates. So I'm kind of wanting to grab the robot hub. I think we're going to go robot hub. Then I think I'm going to grab the food. Because I think we're going to build a city down here next turn. Well, actually, we can build it now, right? We need 10 water. Dang nabbit. We need water. I only see a little bit of water out there. Yeah, that's problematic. Alright, next turn. Here we go. New research projects have been proposed by our R&D department. Our researchers suggested several different technologies they would like to work on. Which one would you like to pursue for the betterment of the Martian society? Advanced land clearance techniques cost 25 science. Destroying rock costs 2 less power. Urban planning, 25 science. When you find a new city, it starts with 2 expansions. All technologies cost 25% less science. I don't know which one to do. I guess we'll do this one because these in the future they'll all cost 25% less. I don't remember this coming up before. So this is interesting. I think we'll go with that. So I guess that one just sits there. I hadn't seen that one yet. So this one's good. So this one, adjacent population provides +3 support per turn. So I'm going to grab that for sure. I'm going to go here. And we've got our one building there. So we're going to put our entertainment right there. All right. So now you'll see it's only -1 now, which is better. It's not great, but it's better. So this one, we got our 20 food, but we need science. I think we grab more food. We can do another aerial search, satellite search. Maybe I'll come way over here and do the water. Got 3 water, that's something. Same kind of thing, crater, put a city there. We got water and nitrates, plus it's a landmark, so. There's a big water. Can't do it with our rover though, because that's like way too far away. That might get us to the 10 water we need for a second city. And the second city boosts this up quite a bit, so let's see, let's hit it. This one's a nice one. So this one, adjacent population +2 support, and it increases the comfort of living. So I think we'll actually grab that. I really need to stop that export for just a teeny, well, and a little bit off to stop this export, because I really need to build some more power generation, but it only cost me 4. This one gets me another trade route. I'm not too excited about that yet. There's one that has 3 rockets. It gives you 2 trade routes, so I'm going to hold off on that. 22 silicates, we're a long way from that. So what we'll do is we'll go in here and we will build this next to, if you look down below here, this shows a +2 when I look to drop that. So we will drop that, and now we're +3. So I think as we get a bonus, I think we got a +2 bonus over here too. I didn't see that because it has 1 population, so that was 2 and 2, and that gave us 4. So excellent. So now at least we're positive. What do I want to do? So I went up in population now. So saying we can go one more, but not yet. We'll probably go to that one. But I really want to grab the food, I think. So we'll grab the food. We will turn this off. We'll actually export food instead. So we've got extra. So this should get us to our new city in 4 turns. Unless I get the satellite and I can hit that one, because that one's got a large hint of water. So we'll do that. And I think he's going to retire next turn, so. Yep, election year. This year marks the beginning of a new term, and it's time to choose a new leader. Each has unique abilities and a different approach to govern Mars. Who should take the reins? So he's retiring, so I'll show him. So we've got George Drumido. He does standard exploration, earthworks, so he destroys 2 rocks for free each turn. That we use that, which is good, because we're about to build a second city. Modular apartments, oh, that's nice too. Rural construction, constructing regional buildings costs 15% less resources. Not really worried about that yet. Exploration, standard exploring. Select a resource deposit, mine 5 of that resource with a bonus of +1 for large deposits and +2 for gigantic deposits. But it costs power, so that doesn't help me much. Construct a supply station for free. Exploration managed by your leader can be So that seems like you can put this on a, you'll see it says a planet location, so that when you do explorations it counts from there instead. So if you put it pretty far away, you get one electrical cost around it, and two as you go out farther. Increase your silicates production by one for every three. No, we're going to take George for sure. So the other one, what it's saying is, let me check this out first. +1 power per turn, produces 1 atmosphere per turn for adjacent rock. So you'd have to leave rock there. Which is tempting, but I'm pretty far away from this getting 14 of them. We can't have cards sitting down here forever. I'm going to get rid of that card next turn. But I kind of want to grab, well, we already have one of those. Maybe I'll just pocket the science this time. All right, so I can go in here and I can use this one. We can destroy those 2 rocks for free. Excellent. So that didn't cost me any electricity. Oh yeah, we can't search yet. We're gonna have to do that one next so we can get rid of that. Just because blinking kind of bothers me. I've seen this before. This is good. To increase their prestige, 3 big corporations are offering a gift of resources to one of your cities. Each corporation's resource package has different contents, but due to logistical considerations, you're only able to accept 1. So we can either grab 10 titanium, 10 water, or 10 power. And I want the water for sure. We can do another robot hub. We'll do another one. So we should, well, let me do this first. I'm going to search that one just to get out of the way. We got silicates and tritium. That's nice because it's a flat one. It's on a high plateau, which does make a difference for some of the buildings. So we'll drop that there. Now we'll see they're all linked together. Excellent. And now I should have the resources to make this into a city. I do. Let's name it, we'll just leave it Hill Post. We'll change the color just so it doesn't match. Select a spot for the headquarters. So these are all a little bit different. You'll see how these are all connected, but there's no cross. So it does count as one population. So let me see if I do this. Yeah, I can get bonuses in 4 directions. So I think I'll put it there. And man, that one building said you can do rocks. So I'm going to do this one and put it. Let's take these rocks out for free first. Boy, they're all in one big loop, so I have no corner to hide this in. So everything's connected to 2 of them. That's interesting. So I haven't seen that one yet. So we'll do that. Put the robot hub there. And we'll put this. Doesn't really matter which one I put. So we'll put that one there. So now we have 1 power. We had to use some to grab that one, but now we have 1 power to start getting that number up. So that's good. Can't really do anything with the rest of them yet. I think we picked a card already, right? Yeah, we did. George already did his thing, so we have to move forward. Let's see what we got. Scientists are making progress on adapting life to Martian conditions through bioengineering. They have been experimenting with different genetic variations and now present you with choice of 2 most promising candidates. I just threw the word choice out there. Which of these life forms should they create? So they're both going to use a bacteria spreader, which I did use in the last game, which is cool, and it has to be built on a planet location. So this one, it can tolerate -1 temperature. You get 2 prestige, 12 turns till you can spread it to another area. It provides 1 heat per turn, which is good. This one supplies atmospheres per turn, but the minimum requirement is 0 temperature. So heat or... So this one we could probably place sooner because it's got the negative temperature. But this one gives you atmosphere. I'm going to choose that one. So the thing is you've got temperature over here. I think, oh, they're both at 0. So actually I could have done the other one also. It's all right. I do need 17 science to place it, so not much I can really do at the moment. Gas factory can do 2 atmospheres per turn. Costs 8 power to place. I think we'll take that one. We will put it... We'll put all of our annoying stuff way over there in the corner so we get no adjacency harm. So now over here you'll see it's +2 per turn. So this will slowly fill up and then it'll go to 1 atmosphere. So I have to work on that. Numbers are kind of low over here. I'm kind of nervous on that. I'll wait till we get 1 more water and then I'm going to drop the food. Well, we got so many things here that need water though. We do need more food, so I can actually leave the food there. When we get 1 more water, we can put a food in here. So we'll do that. Satellite can't search yet. 2 turns. Oh, well, these have 2 open ones anyways, so if I go up here, it will actually steal this spot from that city, so I generally don't do that. But this one has a gigantic silicon. So you need 12 power and 12 titanium, which you're not even close to having. But then we can go up here and grab that one. So this one, the regolith in this area spent a long time covered in water. We already read that. So we can either make a nitrates mine for 8 and 8. We get 2 nitrates per turn. Or we can wait till we get 26 water and get 3 food per turn. So either way we have to wait, but it's an interesting prospect. So we want this guy to do. He can break out those last 2 rocks. And we'll go to the next turn. So now we're doing better. We got 226 because we got a little bit of a chunk for building that city. So as long as we stay on the plus side, we're okay. So this one gives us 1 more power. Placed on a high location, must be built on a planet location. Definitely have the 10 silicates. So why does it show 2? Oh, bonus power. Okay, this one was on a high plateau. See that one? So that's where we'll put it. Well, it says 1, but it should give us 2. Yep, 2. Excellent. So now we're +3. So what I can do is I can take this off and I can start exporting 1 of my power. So we'll keep gaining our food and we'll be gaining our water. So we can also place another food. So let's go down here, and since we won't get any adjacency harm, we can go there, I think. So now we're +2 food. All right, so now we gotta build some stuff for them. We got no people in here. I think we only have robots at the moment. So, all right. And our expectations. So this is an expectation meter. As it fills up, as it goes up, it makes it more likely that your expectations are going to go up. You'll see right now it says there's no chance for your people's expectations to rise next turn. So you can go through and read that if you want to. I'm not going to read that here, but we're up to 33 points. We're getting there. Oh, he can do something this turn. So I'm going to show you what happens. So we're going to do the modular apartments. It does cost 30 food and 6 titanium to place them. It does take up 2 cards, but they're really nice because they give you a comfort of living bonus, you know, and you get the +3 support per turn. So if you put them right next to each other, you get a nice bonus. The thing is, I think we can only pull 1 more card. Now I think 8 is as many as we can have, but we'll see. We're doing okay, I think. Let's do that. I don't think we want any of this stuff yet. I mean, we could take that, I guess. Um, so here's what we gotta decide. So getting +2 food per turn. I could take that and put it on a site and then pull in 1 more titanium per turn. But we only need 6. So I'd actually have to pull in more food per turn. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pocket that, I think. We do our satellite. Always want to do stuff far away. I could definitely use the water. 5 water and 2 nitrates. Excellent. Yes, 10 food. I was hoping that was going to happen. So we got 10 food. That's cool. Alright, so we're up to 21 food. We're getting 2. So we're getting close to being able to do some of these. We need a little bit more science for that one. We're getting close to the baths, which would be nice. Really like to build some of these apartments. So could explore. We're getting electricity now. Could do a little exploration. Let's see. Anything close? It has good stuff. I mean, these will get us a little bit of water, so I mean, well, that'll give us 3 different things. So here we go. We'll take that. That's also a building site. That's nice. We're getting a lot of building sites in this one. The other one I didn't. They were always like city sites, and I felt bad because I didn't want to take up city spots. You'll see this atmosphere slowly climb. You get really good bonuses when these jump up, so that's always worth doing. Click on this. It tells you your cities. You know, it gives you kind of a little overview. Climate zones. There's nothing really going on yet with the climate. Specializations, things like that. So yeah, it's pretty neat. It gives you a kind of overview of things. So let's do another turn. All right, nitrates. 10 nitrates. I will take that. And I'll put it in here because that'll block off our last negatives. So these are both negatives to population. They're both blocked now. And that gives us another food. So I am cool with that. Can't get rid of any rocks. I mean, I guess we could do an explorer. May as well, right? Let's do that one. 28 support, 3 titanium, and 3 power. Cool. So we actually got back more power than we spent. This is another city location. So that's good. All right. Oh, I'm not hating that. 2 turns left. Wait on that. So we don't have too much longer. We'll be able to get that one of those apartments set down. Some years ago, they received negative backlash for attempting to copyright the DNA sequences of common plants and animals. Their generosity could be an attempt to generate buzz and cover some scandals. Adjacent food buildings build 1 food. We'll actually take that, but that actually plugs us up pretty bad. But that's okay because we're getting really close to placing. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that one. We're gonna bank that, and you could do another search, so let's do that. We're gonna get a little happiness out of this. Maybe that one. 2 nitrates and 2 tritium, plus 30 supports. That's good. And 10 food. Nice. So that means I can place one of these apartments. So it shows where you get the pluses right there. Stinks it needs to be adjacent to another apartment because normally what I'd like to do is put them in between these. Well, seeing those 2 aren't connected. So I get +4 if I put it there because of this entertainment center. So this guy, I'm actually going to move and put on the end over there. All right, so you get a temporary -4 because it's moving, but we got a +4 over here, and then I can put the other apartment right there, and we freed up a spot, so that's good. We can place more robots in a little bit. All right. Another day goes by. I don't want any of those. Well, that one's kind of nice, but I don't need 3 robots at the moment, so we'll bank that also, because we do have some stuff down here that needs a lot of science. Well, I'm looking, they can go out one more, but that's a city location. Anything with that little icon next to it's a city location, because you can zoom in and take a closer look at that guy there. Look at that, up close and personal. Oh, we can do satellite too, so what are we hurting for? We could definitely use water. We could use some more titanium, and I could place a robot hub. So where's some? Is there a big titanium one around somewhere? No, but there's a science one. I can definitely use science. Well, I don't want to use that one for that. I'll use that. Nice. I've not seen black sand dunes before. Pictures of black deserts taken from orbit are common, but your explorers relate to seeing with your own eyes leaves a strong overworldly impression. Pitch dark dunes stretch in all directions. While the site provides incredible vistas, it can also be used as a good source for silicates and can be used for a wild terraforming project. Nice. Very glad that it's a standard spot, and we can expand. See, you get -1 if you go there though, and that's sticky. It stays -1, so I'm not even gonna go out any farther than that. This one we'll do. What do we need? We need water. Is there a big water around anywhere? There's a big water. I only got +4 and +3 for power, so that's pretty good. I'll definitely take it. All right, so we're up to 340. We're getting 4 per turn. Not great. 36 out of 400, so we got quite a ways to go there. But we'll get there. We're doing pretty good. I didn't take any of those, so yeah, I think we're doing all right. But I think we'll do those. We'll pause here. It's kind of weird because the only option that I've noticed that you have is just save and quit. So it's not like you can save games along the way, which I think is pretty interesting. If you go back and you hit play later on, it'll give you the option to continue this one or start a new game. That's it. So there's no auto saves, there's no nothing, which actually I think is kind of cool because you can't go back and try and save your tushy, if you know what I mean. One thing I did forget to mention, there is an undo button down here, so it does allow you to undo the last action. So if you choose a card and you're like, you know, maybe I didn't really want that, then you can hit that back button. You can undo one thing, so that's kind of cool. So, well, I want to thank you for joining me. If you liked the video, please like it. It helps with the algorithm. Click that subscribe button to subscribe to the channel and help it grow, and click that notification bell to be notified of our future videos. And with that being said, I'm Ron, and you've been watching Ron Plays.